everyone, welcome back to English Bro. I'm Bridget Barbara. Have you ever wondered how similar American English and British English are to each other? Or how easy it is for Americans to understand the British? Well, it turns out there are a number of different words for the same thing in both American English and British English, so stay tuned to find out what they are.
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive. Look, up in the sky, it's a bird! It's a plane! Let's go.
The most notable difference between American English and British English is, of course, the accent. But another big one is that Americans and British people have slightly different vocabulary as well. So here are 20 examples of differences in vocabulary between American and British English. Number 1, in America we call it an apartment. I live in an apartment.
Nice apartment.
In the UK, they say flat. I live in a flat.
Flat?
Number 2, in America, we say, I'm going on vacation. I'm taking a vacation in Italy.
Vacation.
In the UK, they call it holiday. I'm going on holiday.
Happy holidays!
Number 3, in America, we call that game you play kicking the ball around, we call it soccer.
Play soccer.
In the UK, they call it football. And I think they call it football everywhere else in the world except America. We call it soccer.
Football?
In America, we say sweater. I'm putting on my sweater.
Sweater.
In the UK, they call it a jumper.
Jumper.
Next one. In America, we say elevator. I'm getting on the elevator. I have to take the elevator up to my apartment.
Elevator?
In the UK, they call it a lift. I'm getting on the lift. I need to take the lift up to my flat. Next one, in America, we call them sneakers. I'm wearing my sneakers or my tennis shoes.
Sneakers.
In the UK, they're called trainers. Trainers. I'm wearing my trainers. I'm wearing my sneakers.
You should get the trainers.
Next one, in America, we call them French fries. Fries.
Bright fried potatoes.
Yep, French fries.
In the UK, they're called chips, which is confusing because in the US, chips means something else. But in the UK, you get chips on the side of your burger.
Chips?
Which brings us to our next one. In America, we call chips those thin potato chips.
Chips.
In the UK, they're called crisps. So in the US, we call them chips. I'm eating a bag of chips. In the UK, it's a bag of crisps.
Got any crisps?
Next one, in the US, we walk on the sidewalk. Next to the road, there's the sidewalk where pedestrians walk.
On the sidewalk before.
In the UK, that's called the pavement. I'm walking on the pavement.
Actually, it was pavement.
Next one, in the US, we call it mail. Has the mail come yet? I got a lot of mail. I have to go through all my mail, open up all the letters.
Mail.
In the UK, they call it post. No post on Sundays. Has the post come yet?
Post!
Next one, in America, we stand on a line. We wait on line to have our turn at something.
Long line.
In the UK, you're in a queue. Q-U-E-U-E. Very strange spelling. It's pronounced queue. So he's on the queue, he's on the line.
Is the queue full? Queue's full.
Next one. The back portion of a car where you have storage. In America, we call that the trunk. Put your suitcase in the trunk.
Trunk?
In the UK, they call that the boot of the car. Put your suitcase in the boot. Next one. In the US, the place where you park your car, we call that a parking lot. We pulled into the parking lot.
The parking lot. Here.
In the UK, it's called a car park. We pulled into the car park.
I couldn't find a kosher car park.
Next one. In the US, we call the store that sells medicine and toiletries, we call it the drugstore. So I need to go to the drugstore to pick up some shampoo, to pick up my medicine.
We go with that drugstore cashier.
In the UK, they call that the chemist. So I need to go to the chemist to pick up my medicine. Next one, in the US, we say, I'm going to the movies. I'm going to see a movie. I'm going to the movies, do you want to come?
Movie.
In the UK, they call it the cinema. I'm going to the cinema to see a film.
The cinema.
Next one, in the US, we call it a garbage can where we put all of our junk, all of our trash. We call it the garbage can.
It's called a garbage can.
Helpless.
In the UK, they call it the dustbin. Put it in the bin. The dustbin. When someone's being very strange, we might say they're crazy or they're insane.
Crazy.
In the UK, they say that person is mad. He's absolutely mad.
Mad?
Mad to us in the US means angry, but in the UK, mad means crazy. Next one. In the US, if you're driving your car and you need to fill up, you need to stop for gas. We're getting gas.
Gas.
In the UK, they call it petrol. You need to stop for some petrol.
It wasn't petrol.
Next one. In the US, we call it candy. So it's lollipops and gummy bears and sweet treats. Candy.
Candy.
In the UK, they call it sweets. So in the US, you might go to the movies and bring or buy a bag of candy.
Sweets.
In the UK, you might go to the cinema and buy a bag of sweets. And last but not least, in the US, we call it a flashlight. The thing that you turn on and you can see at night, it's a flashlight.
Flashlights.
In the UK, they call it a torch. Yes, it's called a torch.
Torch.
Turn on the flashlight. Turn on the torch, I can't see anything. And there you go, those are 20 examples of the differences between American and British English. There are plenty more, but I hope this was a good starting point. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more useful videos and check out all of our other videos to help take your English to the next level. See you guys next time.